Hi guys, this is Tara from Orange Blossom Press. I just wanted to make a quick video to walk you through using the Corjl online editing software that you will be using to edit the design that you've purchased from my shop. It is super easy and I'm excited to be offering it to my clients. So after you click the link that Corjl has sent you and you create an account and log in, this is what you're going to see. This will be the page with the design. It will be the design that you've purchased right here in the middle. Over here on the left-hand side is where there's going to be some instructions in case you want to refer back to something or refresh your memory on something. You can just click on those instructions and those will pop up and you can refer to that. This is going to be the name of the item that you've purchased, and as you can see, it's incomplete because we haven't made any changes to it yet. If you've purchased a listing with multiple items, those items would also show up over here on the left, and you could click through those. Over here on the right-hand side, we have our editing tools section. So these are the tools that we're going to use to edit your design. The first thing I want to draw attention to is the layers section. So if you click on this little arrow right here, it's going to show all the layers that are available for editing for this particular design. So you can see as I click through those different layers that they're going to be selected and highlighted over on the design itself. Or you can also click directly on that item on the design to select a layer that way. These little letter A means that that particular layer is going to be text that you can edit. And these little items down here that have a little photo next to them, those are going to be your graphics and your other design elements that make up the page. And you can also select those and edit those, move those around. So we're going to start by selecting this little Triceratops guy. And you can see that it's been selected. It's got this little boundary box around it. You can click directly on it and hold the button and move it around. You can resize that layer by dragging the corners bigger or smaller. And if you make some changes to the card that you are not really happy about, you can come over here to the editing section, find that little undo button, and just click that button as many times as it takes to get the item back to where you are happy with it. So we've got that guy back to where he was originally. These layers right here that have a little lock next to them, that means that that layer is locked and that it is not going to be available for editing. So in this case, that's our leaves background. You can see that if I click on it, that's not going to do anything. It's not going to go anywhere. So that's what that little lock means. But all these other items that are unlocked, those are going to be available for editing. So let's go ahead and edit some text. You can edit text by selecting it directly, or you can select it on the layers palette. To edit it, you can either double click in that area until you get that little blinking cursor, and we can just backspace and delete and type over it that way. Or a little bit easier, you can come over here to our text editing box and we can edit the text that way. I'm just going to go ahead. We're going to change the name of our birthday boy there just by typing right there, just like that. Now, if you want to change the font color for that font, you come to where this little colored box is. Go ahead and click on that and you'll see our color palette. So that pops up there. You can pick any color you'd like. You see it's changed colors there. Or you can use, this is the area with preset colors, and these are going to be colors that the designer has selected that were used in the design, and it's going to match the design. So right there, you can see we can select one of those colors. So we're going to stick with the gray for right now. This is also some of the editing tools for your text. You can change the font size by selecting here. You can also change the font size by, once again, dragging the corner on that layer, make it bigger or smaller. You can bold your text. You can italicize it, all these options right here. If you find that you have a text, for example, this text right here, that you think is a little crowded, you want it to have a little bit more space, you can use this little tool right here, the letter spacing tool, And you can see the slider right here. We can slide that out a little bit, and that gives that a little bit more space there. If you have text, multiple lines of text in the same box, text box, and you want to space that out a little bit, you can use this tool right here. It's a line height tool, and that kind of works the same way with that slider. We don't have any text, multiple lines on this designs, but that just kind of shows you where that is. You can also, this is the style text area. You can add some styles to your text. You can add a drop shadow. See, that's made our drop shadow there that you can play around with. You can do like a stroke outline of it. You can put a little outer glow on it, or you can change the opacity, so kind of make that a little see-through, fade it in and out by using that button right there. So those are going to be your options for your text editing tools. Play around with that a little bit. Let's say that there's a layer that you decide you don't want on your design anymore. For example, this text right here. You can hit the delete button and delete it, but I recommend coming over here to your layers palette and finding that layer, and see this little eye icon right there. That you can use that icon to either hide it or show something. So I recommend hiding it by using that little eye. That way, if you ever decide, if you go back and decide, oh, you know what, I really do need to add some more text there, or I really want that item there, you just come over here, click that eye, and it's available again for editing. So most of my designs have a front and back page, and you're going to be able to see that up here where it says page 1 of 2. That's going to tell you that there is a second page of that design. So don't forget about that back design. Come over here to these arrows and click over there, and there you can see the back design of the card. So a lot of my designs for the back, it's going to be locked. It's going to be a static, just matching design on the back. There will sometimes be items that have elements, though, however, that you can come over here and edit. But one thing that you can do on the back of these designs that's kind of fun is use these buttons here to add some more information. So come over here and click on the Add Text box, and there you see we've got a text box there that's popped up. I can resize that a little bit bigger. I can double click in there in that box, and I can edit that text. So there we go, edited that. I'm going to change the font color for that really quick. And you know, I don't love that font that we're using for that. So one of the things that I didn't show you over here is that you can select a different font for your text by coming over here. And this is going to show the fonts that are available for this design. And we're going to pick that font right there. So now we've got some fonts, a text here that's a little close together. So I'm going to go back over here to my line height that I showed you before. And then that's how that works there. That's when we want to use that. Just give it a little bit more space. So that's how you can add text to an area that doesn't have any text. This other button is also fun. This is our add new image. So I'm going to click on that, and up it pops. It's got some images that I've already used. If you wanted to add more dinosaurs to the back, you could go ahead and do that. But we're going to go ahead and add a photo. We're going to click there, and that will take me to the pictures area, or you can browse to where your photos are. And we're going to select this picture here and save that. And that's going to add our photo right here of our birthday boy. And I can resize that, drag that, change that size. And that's really fun, a fun way to kind of personalize your design too if you want. So now we've got our front and our back page, and we're done making changes. We're going to come over here and get ready to download and print. So first we're going to want to save those changes by clicking on that save button. And then now you're going to see this is download buttons available. And up pops this download design. Now the first drop down box, that's going to show the file options that you have when downloading this design. We can download it as a PDF or a JPEG. I'll show you the PDF options first. That's going to show you by default, it's going to have 2 per page so that you can print that 2 at a page. You can uncheck that and then only have 1 on the page if you want, but we're going to keep that checked. You can show trim marks add that. So that's just going to give you little marks in the corners that you can, guides that you can follow when you're cutting them out. And you can also show the bleed. And a bleed is it's an extra space around that item that you would want to when you're trimming it. A lot of professional printers will want you to have a bleed, so you'll want to just check with your printer that you're using if you're going to use a professional printer and see if that's what they want. You can see here that it says all for page number. So with the PDF option, it gives you the option of downloading all, both the front and the back at the same time. And we are going to keep that at all and then click. You can check out the back page if you want really quick, and then we're going to go ahead and download that. Okay, and you see both of those have been downloaded now to my computer, and I can take that to the printers. So let's say if you want the JPEG files, come over here and select JPEG and then next. And with the JPEGs, it's a little different from the PDFs. You can show the bleed there if you need that, but it only allows you to download one page at a time. So first we're going to need to download our front page. We're going to click download on that. And then we need to go back in one more time, select JPEG, and this time we're going to come up to page number, select 2, and that's going to give us our back file, and then we will download that and get the front and back that way. So it's a little extra step to download those JPEGs, but that's how you're going to want to get both the front and the back file for your JPEGs. So now that's it. We're ready to take these files to the printers and print as many copies as you like. So I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions after you've done this, please message me on Etsy or email me at orangeblossom@yahoo.com, and I will be happy to answer any of your questions. But I hope you had fun editing your design. Thanks a lot.